I'm a 34-year-old self-taught programmer. I built my own ERP system for small and medium businesses, completely from scratch. Never went to college, not until last year. That's when I finally decided to enroll in a bachelor's program, hoping it would give my family a more secure future. It wasn't easy. I'm also a dad to a 5-year-old, and adding school on top of work and parenting pushed me to my limits. But I kept going. I thought it would all be worth it. Then this year hit hard. New tax regulations came in, and I had to overhaul large parts of my system to stay compliant. I was working 12 to 16 hours a day, barely sleeping, skipping meals. And worse, I was missing time with my daughter. I kept telling myself it was temporary, that this was a storm I had to weather, that I was doing it for them. And then, a few weeks ago, my wife, 30F, snapped. She said I was suffocating her, that I was holding her back from her dreams. She wants to pursue a master's degree. She's a teacher. She said I hadn't done anything to support her. And I just stood there, numb, because in my mind, I had been carrying the weight of everything. I pay every single bill. Her paycheck mostly goes toward her own expenses, and when she overspends, I cover that too. She buys herself and our daughter new clothes and toys all the time, while I've been wearing the same 2 shirts and a pair of jeans all week. I haven't bought anything for myself in forever. I thought I was being a good husband, a good father. I thought she'd be proud of me. I used to be proud of myself. But now, all I feel is broken. Our daily life isn't glamorous, but I've always tried to make it work. My wife wakes up at 6 a.m. and starts work at a daycare around 7:30, even though she has a math degree. I usually get up at 8, make breakfast for myself and our daughter. Around 9:30, my mother-in-law comes over to help watch our daughter, and I head to work. We all get back home for lunch around noon. I help my mother-in-law cook while my wife helps our daughter change. Then my wife goes back to work, and I drive our daughter to school. Once I'm back, I clean the kitchen. My mother-in-law helps when she can, then return to work again. My wife finishes work around 5 p.m. and usually picks up our daughter and brings her to my workplace. Most days, she'll drop our daughter off with me, say she's exhausted, then go lie down in the break room and scroll her phone. At 6 p.m., she heads home with our daughter, while I stay back until about 7. I come home, cook dinner, she doesn't like cooking, and after we eat, she does the dishes. Then we get maybe an hour or so together until 10 p.m. when she and our daughter go to bed. I usually go back to work until 2 in the morning. That's been our routine. Every day. After that argument, I tried to keep going. I told myself it was just a rough patch in our marriage, too. But my workload kept growing, and eventually, I had to put my bachelor's program on hold. I just couldn't handle it anymore. And the thing that stings? She went ahead and enrolled in her master's program. She didn't even ask how I'd manage on my end. Just did it. I want to be clear, when I was studying, I never let it interfere with our family time. My program was distance learning. I did most of it late at night while everyone was asleep, or during office hours when I could. I never let them eat dinner alone. I always made it a point to be home for that. At home, I also do most of the cooking, lunch and dinner every day. On weekends, I prep frozen meals in advance so she won't have to cook during the week. I clean up the kitchen after meals. She does the dishes, yes, but won't touch the stove or sink. She leaves stuff around the house and I usually pick up after her. I even pay someone to help with the bigger chores. The only household task she fully handles is laundry. And still, she says that's too much. I thought I was building a future for us. For our daughter. I thought if I worked hard enough, she'd see the sacrifice and be proud. I thought she'd see that I wanted to support her, but that I needed support too. Instead, I feel like I'm failing her. Failing as a husband. Failing as a father. And above all else, I feel completely alone in my own home. I honestly don't know where to go from here. I'm tired. I'm hurt. And I feel invisible in the life I built with my own hands. If you've ever been in a situation like this, or even if you're seeing it from a completely different angle, I'd genuinely like to hear your thoughts. How do you come back from this? Or do you? Let me know in the comments. And if stories like this resonate with you, consider following for more. I don't know where this road leads, but I'm still walking it. Maybe you are too.